So he says, the prayer of faith shall save the sick. Not just any prayer. Prayer has categories. Every prayer is not the same. And that's because every prayer warrior is not the same. The prayer is not dependent on the words. It is dependent on the ingredients that the praying person puts together to make up that prayer. So you can already tell. One of the ingredients of effective prayer is faith. So the prayer has to be with faith. Because if the prayer is not with faith, it cannot save the sick. If you can believe, all things are possible. There is a condition. If you can believe, if you ask the Lord anything without doubting in your heart, it shall be done by our Father in heaven. So faith is required. Here with me. The Bible says Elijah prayed that there will be no rain, and there was no rain. Then Elijah prayed again. Somebody say pray again. The problem with some people is that they don't pray again. When they see something has been prayed for and it's not answered, they stop praying because they think it cannot be answered. Somebody shout pray again. If Elijah could pray again, who are you? Who am I not to pray again? The Bible says Elijah prayed again, and the earth brought forth a fruit. But notice that when Elijah was actually praying in the book of Kings, this is just a story right here. This is a recount of the story, of the actual experience. Now, when it actually happened, the Bible says that Elijah told the king, go and relax yourself. Go and be merry. Go and eat and be merry. Go and rejoice. Because there is about to be an abundance of rain. This whole country is about to experience an outpouring from heaven. There's about to be rain more than you have ever seen before. The grounds and the earth is about to receive its water and produce its fruit. And the king went away. Then Elijah went up the mountain to go and pray. And the Bible says Elijah prayed. And he told his servant, go and check for me if the rain has started coming. The servant went outside and checked, and there was no sign. The servant came back and told Elijah, I looked out there, the clouds are not gathering. It doesn't look as if it's about to rain. Elijah said, no problem, go outside again. And the servant went outside and he checked, and it didn't seem as if it was about to rain. Elijah said, I will not be overcome by the power that is stopping this rain. Then he put his head in between his knees and he cried unto the Lord, and he called his servant the third time, go and check again. The servant said, I don't see any sign. Then Elijah buried his knee, his head in between his knees, and began to cry unto the Lord. Then he rose up again. He said, go and check again. The servant came back and said, no sign. Some of you would have stopped the second time. Elijah said, I am not leaving this place until the rain, until the heavens, until the skies, until the heavens give its rain. And Elijah buried his head again in between his knees. So many of us here, if I brought you to this stage right now and I tell you, put your head in between your knees, you and I alike, we will not be able to do that. Yet an 100 years old man put his head in between his his knees, got in the birth position, looking at the child that is about to bring forth. Prayer is andokosha. Prayer is like delivery of a child in the labor room. Prayer is like bringing a child out of the mother's womb into this world. You've got to push.